Good morning all of you. Welcome to my YouTube channel Manu Sir's Institute. Today I am going to start part 2 of exercise 4.4. For this I taught you the basic things about this exercise. In part 1 you can click to the I button and see those videos. So we will continue our exercise from question number 3. In question number 3 it is given find two numbers whose sum is 27. Okay, whose sum is 27 and product is 128. We have to find out two numbers whose sum will give us 27 and product will give us 182. Okay, we don't know any numbers from this. So first of all we will take, let a number be x. Okay, one number we will take as x. What will be the other number? Just I am giving one example. Suppose one number I will take 10, then other number will be 17. Why? Because sum of two numbers are 27. Getting? If one number I will take 15, the other number will be 12. 15 plus 12 is 27. How I am getting? Because by adding these two numbers I will get 27. Getting or not? So if one number I will take 5, the other number is 27 minus 5, that is 22. Okay. If one number is 12, the other number is 27 minus 12, that is 15. Okay. So in this way we can able to find out two numbers by subtracting from the 27. So the second number is 27 minus x. If one number I am taking x, the other number will be 27 minus x, because if one number is 10, the other number is 27 minus 10, 17. If one number is 15, the other number is 27 minus 15, 12. Getting? So these are our two numbers. Now according to question it is given, according to the question it is given, product of these numbers is 182. That means product of these two number is 182. That is x into 27 minus x equals to 182. Okay. Now multiply 27x minus x square equals to 182. Now as x square is in negative sign, take both the terms that side. You will get 182 plus x square minus 27x equals to 0. Arrange it in the standard form. You will get x square minus 27x plus 182 equals to 0. Okay. Now we have to split the middle term. Okay. So when we will split this, we will get 13 and 14, because the LCM of 182 will give us 13 and 14. Okay. So x square minus 14x minus 13x plus 182. Okay. Because its addition is 27 and its multiplication is 182. So from first two terms I will take out x common. I will get x minus 14, and from the next two terms I will take out 13 common. Again I will get x minus 14 equals to 0. So x minus 14 one term, and the other one is x minus 13 equals to 0. X minus 14 equals to 0 and x minus 13 equals to 0. That means x equals to 14 and x equals to 13 we got. So the required two numbers are 14 and 13, which we have to get from the question. Okay. Next bit. Now fourth bit. In fourth bit question is given find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. Okay. As already I taught you what are consecutive integer. Consecutive means suppose I will take 7, its consecutive will be 7 plus 1, 8. Okay. Plus 1, when we will do whatever result we will get, those two numbers are consecutive. Like 9 and 10 are consecutive. 9 plus 1 is 10. 20 and 21 are consecutive. So when we will add 1 to any number, we will get two consecutive numbers. Here we don't have any number. So the first number is, let the number be x and its consecutive is x plus 1. Okay. So these are the two consecutive numbers we got. Now in the question it is given whose sum of whose square is 365. According to statement it is given the sum of whose squares is 365. Is means equals to 365. Sum means plus, and whose square means their square. square of the sum of the squares of that number is 365. It is giving, it has given. Okay, that means the sum of whose squares is 365. Now x square will be as it is. This will become a square plus b square plus 2ab equals to 365. X square plus x square is 2x square plus 2 ones are 2x plus 1. Bring this term this side, minus 365 equals to 0. We will get 2x square plus 2x minus 364 equals to 0. Take out 2 common. We will get x square plus x minus 3 into 182 will give us 364 equals to 0. Divide 2 here. We will get the equation as x square plus x minus 182 equals to 0. Okay, now we have to split the middle term of this. Already we have solved the question of 182 in the previous question. In the same way we will do. So our middle terms are 14 and 13. Already we have discussed. 14x minus 13x you write. Why minus 13x we will write? Because plus minus is minus. 14 minus 13, again we will get 1. Getting? And between these two take out x common, x plus 14. Between these two take out minus 13 common, x plus 14, y plus minus, minus and plus will give us minus. Okay, equals to 0. Between these two write 1 and write these two, x minus 13 equals to 0, x plus 14 equals to 0, x minus 13 equals to 0, x equals to minus 14, x equals to 13. This is the required number and its consecutive is, and the two consecutive numbers are 13 and 14, because 13 is one number and 13 plus 1 is 14, the second consecutive number. So in this way we can able to solve all the consecutive numbers question. Okay, next bit. Now sixth question. In sixth question it is given a cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed that on a particular day the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles. Okay, 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. Okay, so we will take, let the number of articles produced be x. We will take, let the number of articles produced be x. So the cost of production per day will be, the cost of production of each article will be 3 more than twice the number of article. Okay, the cost of production, how much it is given? 3 more than twice the number of article. 3 more than means plus 3, twice the number of article means, what is the number of article? Number of article is x, so 2x. This is the cost of production. Okay, this much is the cost of production of each article. Okay, so on one day the total cost of production is for rupees 90. The total cost of production is rupees 90. Okay, this is the total cost of production. How to find out the total cost of production? Cost of number of article into cost of each article will give us 90 rupees. That means x into 2x plus 3 will give us 90, because this is number of article and this is the cost of each article. So cost into number is 90. This many, for this much amount, for this much rupees the total number of articles are produced. Okay, so we will get x into 2x square plus 3x equals to 90. Okay, bring 90 this side, 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equals to 0. Now split the middle term. We will get 15x minus 12x minus 90 equals to 0. How I got 15x minus 12x? 15 minus 12 is 3 and 15 minus 12 is 180. How 180? 2 into 90 will give us 180. In that way you find out the LCM of 180. You will get 15 and 12 in the numbers. Okay, now take out x common from them, 2x plus 15, and from here take out 6 common from them. So we will get 2x minus plus minus 15 equals to 0. Okay, so the numbers which we will get, 2x plus 15 and x minus 6 equals to 0. 2x plus 15 equals to 0 and x minus 6 equals to 0. Bring 15 this side, 2x equals to minus 15, x equals to 6, x equals to minus 15 by 2. This value cannot be taken as number of articles because it is in negative fraction. So the number of articles produced is 6 and its cost is 2x plus 3, that is 2 into 6 plus 3, 12 plus 3 is 15 rupees. Okay, so this much is the cost of each article and number of articles is 6. Okay, next question. Now question number 7. In question number 7 it is given the sum of the ages of father and son is 54 years. 2 years ago the product of their ages was 400. Find their present age. Okay, so we will take, let the age of father be x years. Okay, this is the present age of father. What will be the age of son? If father is 30 years, son will be 54 minus 30, 24. If father is 50 years, son is 4 years. If father is 40 years, son will be 54 minus 40, 14 years. Okay, similarly the age of his son will be 54 minus x, because this addition will give us 54. Getting, when we will add these two we will get 54 by cancelling x and x. Okay, so these are the ages of father and son. Now it is given in the question 2 years ago. 2 years ago the age of father was x minus 2, because 2 years ago we have to subtract 2 years from father's age. Okay, and his son's age was 54 minus x minus 2, that is 52 minus x. This is 2 years ago the ages of father and son. The product of their ages is 400. Okay, the product of their ages is 400. So we will multiply x minus 2 father's age minus into 52 minus x equals to 400. X into 52 is 52x, x into x is x square, this into total term, minus 2 into 52 is minus 104, minus plus 2 into x is 2x equals to 400. Take all the terms that side. Why? Because x square is in negative sign. Make it positive. Okay, take everything that side. X square in plus sign. 52 plus 2 is 54x. 52 plus 2 is 54x. When we will take that side, it will become minus 54x plus 400 plus 104 equals to 0. Okay, this became plus by shifting there. These two gave us 54, and when we will take it that side, it will become minus 54x, and bring this one this side, plus 400 plus 104, x square minus 54x plus 504 we will get. Okay, now we have to split 54 by splitting the middle term 54 into minus 42 and minus 12. Its multiplication will give us 504 and its addition is 54. Take out x common from first two terms. X minus 42 will be inside bracket, and from these two terms take out minus 12 common. 12 into x is 12x, 12 into 42 is 504. Okay, so the terms are x minus 42 and x minus 12 we will get. Equals to 0 you take, x minus 42 equals to 0, x minus 12 equals to 0, x equals to 42 and x equals to 12 we will get from these equations. Okay, so the present age of father and son is 42 years and 12 years. In this way, by splitting the middle term we can easily able to find the present ages of father and son. Okay, thank you all of you for watching my videos. I hope you might have understood everything. If you have any queries, you can ask me in my comment box. Thank you.